butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
Hello guys, welcome to Steam. कहाँ गया मेरा गेम? Where is my game? Where is my game? I'm late. I know I am late. Very late. चालू करो। थोड़े मिशंस करेंगे पूरे के जो रह गए थे। एक सेकंड आया है। तो नहीं करना बिल्कुल भी नहीं करना। डायरेक्ट मिशन पे करते हैं। राइट, एक मिनट भी टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हैं। कहाँ कैसे जाऊँ? तो वो ऊपर का वो भी टूट गया, जाऊँगा कैसे ऊपर? कोई जुगाड़ हो तो बता। अरे भाई उधर पहुंचाने का कोई रास्ता है तो बताओ भाई, कैसे जाए? चीज इससे पूछो तो अबाउट से ये नहीं जानता मैं, नहीं किताब पढ़ी यार, किताब चाहिए। हेलो हेलो हेलो, किताब किताब डॉक्टर यस नाइस, ऊपर चढ़िए। अरे कहाँ से जा रहा है भाई, इधर जाती है, इधर से गिरने वाला बहुत ज़्यादा, पर कुछ है कुछ तो कुछ नहीं है। गिरी गया क्या? कोई जवाब नहीं है ऊपर जाने का। एक ऑप्शन बस जी बता रहा मुझे यहाँ से, और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं था, मैं जाता हूँ इधर ही, एक ही ऑप्शन होता है, जाता हूँ। जी कहाँ घुस गया मैं, निकलूँगा कैसे इनके बाहर? ये रे भाई, ये कहाँ घुस गया भाई? डोमेन एक्सपेंशन मुश्किल जा पाऊंगा। हाँ भाई यार थोड़ा लेट हूँ कि मेरी लाइट वगैरह चली थी, तो आज जब आई है तो वैसे लाइट नहीं थी, हमको लगा तो हमको हम आई। हेलो ऐश ब्रो, क्या शर्मा, हाँ हालचाल, हाउ मैन? मैं जा सकता हूँ ना, ये तो नहीं होगा कैंसिल हो जाऊँ मुझे वहाँ पे, कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं होगी मुझको? क्या तो जाए नहीं पंजाब रुको, पंजाब पंजाब पंजाब
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
अच्छा एक पायमान आ जाती है। कौन है भाई, कौन है वो बोल रहा है, कुछ कुछ तो करता है। इसका नीचे आ गया, सर मैं लगा मरा हूँ किस पर भाई, मैं इसका आगे जाए नहीं सकते। तो मैं फ़ायदा क्या कर रहा है इतना ऊपर आने के बाद? अगर मैं जा ना पाया तो फ़ायदा क्या करूँगा मैं इसका? वहाँ से कूदूँगा, ऑप्शन ये होता है। How do you आप मुझे कोई धरती होती है? क्या है? और भी कुछ? जाना होगा। और को नहीं पता। रख दो। यार कौन सा लेटर? Which letter? No, sure, no problem. चलो बैठ जाओ ऊपर, फिर आराम से कर लेंगे। All right. देखो अच्छा हो रहा है। Any chance I could? बिना माने। यहाँ पे सब उफ। I have a letter. बाल से कितनी बात? ultimate level हो गया। ऑप्शन में नहीं वहाँ पर जाने का।
Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
The northern.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
no, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
If you would be so kind. The Gnosis.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
Seeketh is
Wrongly.
now
So
bestowed
wrongly
unto
is
thee.
actually...
For my
I mean-
promise is solid as stone.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract,
Right,
for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
You would simply appear and use your divine powers to
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liu would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
We have both. Well, we have ready.
Hey, haven't you learned the Leo is saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys. One of the clauses of our contract was not...
You're so petty. Paimon can't absorb so much information at once. So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo-Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was...
You're so petty.
One of the clauses of our contract.
You're so petty.
बोल दियो.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Well, since we're going through with this rite of parting...
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility...
Fatui?
Shh. Lower...
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated a...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to... Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this...
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to...
What if Master finds out? It's very possible
Recall the Qixing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
To let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like, could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
Okay.
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long.
सही बात है.
Name your price.
Okay.
You deserve that much.
Whoa!
क्या मुझे
The traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts.
हो चंदू.
And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Missing.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made.
Why you? Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless? If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
हंसी बात है भाई.
Why you? Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless? If you were looking for someone, You could have just told me that in private.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have...
I do like the Mora.
You entire time, but I.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the... When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true... I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli. That is true. I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
I
must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made. The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun. She too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of the... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
So about the trial.
Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liu Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liu? Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she... Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti, Kuching is absolutely... Now, could the original person who... All right then. Was there any...
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial... Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome...
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other 2.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find. And in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year...
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Plostrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but, I have some business.
No. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
Okay.
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Maybe I...
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business!
Interested?
Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary.
Okay.
Remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over...
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
Ah, don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go! Why don't you stand there after her?
Oh, right, yeah.
had some useful information! Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the right moment. I've been looking for you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Lea Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
I only did.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an Adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the...
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner, since even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be, ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business. In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact... goodness knows if that child will succeed.
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
I'm back, Granny.
Nice. New character.
Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yen Fei, I believe you already heard of the traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Qixing. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yen Fei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yen Fei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yen Fei. She's always been like this, ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of—
Is that so? Yen Fei, are you sure you can't find some other—
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already. Well, the chasm's
Oh, whoa! That's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Oh, Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, he mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck— Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you—
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
I guess I'll go look for him. You want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. Hello, Mr. Crossel. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yen Fei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yen Fei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhi. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting...
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhi before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim...
Of course. This way, but...
In that case...
Oh, of course.
Thanks a lot, Mr.
I should open the store. Why'd they have to give me that transfer?
Whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hair... My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins? I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay them, my family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearance, but now that I've lost the...
Why does Paimon have a sudden
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Zhi somehow. True, though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right, I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus jadeite...
Even higher! Oh no!
Uh-oh.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus jadeite that was...
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those...
Except that if we found the hairpins, they're...
Please. Please, however much it is, now that it's come to the...
Yes, legally speak. So hold on a moment.
What did I feel? My family has seen...
Smooth to the... No, it's nothing.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Zhi in tow, too, I see.
About that.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by...
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea. After that, he would simply insist that Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually...
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately...
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yanfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, could I ask you to please...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
If I have one mora, every time
It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, anywhere commissioned but not bound by a contract.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Hyman's all out of brain juice again.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
I need me to...
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before. In which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask.
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossell, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jade. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore? Ah, I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore. If Mr. Crossell had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yanfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnayan merchant named Crop...
A Snezhnayan merchant named Crossell, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus Jadeite. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few... There, right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, yes. It's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation.
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy.
Is that so? So, did you find anything? So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at...
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that these two stones actually look very... There may be only a subtle and...
All right, let's
But never...
Unusual actions have an...
Miss Yanfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus Jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei. But might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did!
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Singsi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to—
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know? Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again, with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singsi.
Try your luck, Betty Jane.
The key here is consumer psychology.
Oh, Miss Yanfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time,
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith?
Crossell? Yeah, the design of the hairpins this order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Singsi, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you—
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the inlaid gemstone is required.
Thank you, Singsi.
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose.
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to
The weirdo with the snake around his neck?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jade. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Jewelry is out of stock. We have some new items.
Document these.
Provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jade. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
Oh, यार. क्रिप्ट करने के लिए afternoon. अरे ये नहीं क्या कहाँ गया अभी तक पढ़ा भी नहीं
When the first wisp of wind brushed across the land, birds that yearned for the sky had wings, but no way to fly. They asked the animal god, "How can we reach the heavens?" To which the animal god replied, "You have yet to find that which is most important." As the god spoke, the wind thrust the seeds of a dandelion high into the sky. The birds thrust out their wings, but the breeze was all too mild, leaving them to stumble across the earth. So they went to the gorge, where the wind showed off its wild and incomparable strength. They threw themselves off the cliff and flapped their wings amongst the howling winds until they were able to fly freely in the sky. To the animal god they went to gleefully say, "We understand now. All we needed was a stronger wind to fly." In reply, the animal god said, "What you lacked was not wind, but courage. It is courage that has allowed you to become the first flying birds of this world." "We understand now. All we needed was a stronger wind to fly." In reply, the animal god said, "What you lacked was not wind, but courage. It is courage that has allowed you to become the first flying birds of this world." Making आवाज कम कर लो कम ही रखो आवाज हवाई की चीज क्या चीज है आवाज कम नहीं चीज कम ही रखो आवाज मिलता नहीं चाहिए वो कहाँ गया?
A reward on the road.
Next shipment should be here now.
एक पर ऊपर मिशन Leave it. नहीं कंप्लीट हो गया कोशिश कर।
We can't have treasure unaccounted for.
Give up.
You dare to hit me!
Don't waste my time.
Huh.
कहाँ पे?
It's raining. Calm weather. Do not trust your eyes. Your eyes can lie to you.
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
Reward on the road.
These will come in handy.
बाद में काम नहीं चाहिए
Oh, it's raining. Now my uniform will get all wet.
That picked the wrong test subject.
Disappear! Windblade!
That tingle? That tingle?
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber. I won't let you down. Opening a chest is like unwrapping a gift.
Why settle for less than more?
पता नहीं।
We should look for a new investment. Mora doesn't grow on trees. Even if an antique is priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you obtain it. In a trade war, the perfect hunter leaves no trace. Even if an antique is priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you obtain it.
Back. Mission kura.
Is this an answer from this world?
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber. Let it rain.
Windblade!
Bet you can't keep up with me!
नीचे जाना था
You're open!
कैसा है जाऊंगा मतलब उधर मार तो
Windblade!
नहीं है बाल कर
Quite the find.
तो हो गया हमारा काम तो अभी जाना क्या फायदा अरे जो मिशन चेंज अब नहीं नहीं भाई क्या क्या मिलेगा पोटन था क्या चल वो मैं कर लूँगा मिशन ये वाले तो बाद में पोटन था क्या चल ये तो नहीं मैं देखे हाँ ये अंदर है ये तो नहीं कैसे कैरेक्टर मेरे फंडिंग बहुत सारे वो हैं मिल क्या रहा है बक्से में क्या है
What's the hurry?
पहली बार आ रहा हूँ।
Huh? What's a place like this doing in a library? Could this be the restricted section Lisa mentioned? Doesn't quite feel like it though. You don't think this place is hiding some terrible secret, do you? Like those rooms That's true. We just kind of waltzed in here. And it didn't seem like the lock had been broken or anything. Wait, hang on a minute. This isn't the door we came in through. Are we even in the library anymore?
We could understand.
And what world would that be, huh? Too bad Lisa's not working today, otherwise we could ask her. Well, new places are meant for exploring after all. You gotta try all kinds of new things to become...
backpack. आया था. From all the know about.
Oh, foolish traveler, you dare enter this fortress of doom without invitation? Prepare to be eaten alive! We should probably just leave it here for now. This place is huge, so let...
नया कुछ ये सामने देखिए मैं अच्छा सब्जी लगा सकता हूँ जूस बॉक्स है ये क्या बताइए क्या लिखा है एकदम सपोर्टिंग कास्ट लाइनअप कंफर्म क्या लिखा है एकदम सपोर्टिंग कास्ट लाइनअप कंफर्म अरे यार मैं समझ ये बाद में करूँगा क्या हो रहा है बाद में और क्या है यहाँ ऐसे ही मिल जाएंगे उधर के
Disappear! Wind blade!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Freeze! Let me amuse myself. The more, the merrier.
Cool it!
Over here!
Oh, so sorry. Don't push your luck.
Blink! Let me amuse myself a little.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
तो मैं 8 लेवल के ट्राई करने में
Right, dodge this! Freeze! Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time. Don't push your luck. Dodge this!
Submit! It's nothing.
Blood repays blood. Give up. It's nothing. Give up. Your life is mine. Yeah, it's nothing. Don't waste my time. Give up. Don't waste my time. Give up.
Yeah!
क्या भाई क्या आगे जाके हालत टाइट होने जी बात मेरा चौथा नंबर
No one escapes my sights! No escape! No one escapes my sights!
Cool it! Freeze! Don't get frostbite!
Wind blade! With the wind! Wind blade!
हाँ नहीं मार सकता मैं तुम्हें हैवी है ये आर्टिफैक्ट भी तुम्हारे सही है तुम्हारा कैरेक्टर भी लेवल सही है वेपन लेवल है उनका देखिए एक सेकंड मेरा फुल लेवल 4 है ऑलरेडी मैं तो लेवल 4 रैंडो करो एम्बर का बोला था क्या किसका बोला था बारबरा का ब्लू इसका खुला है वेपन देखने गया था वेपन ये वेपन है फैन बदल जानी मैं क्या खोलने के लिए कुछ मिल गया तेरा भला हो यार एक सेकंड तुम ज़्यादा कह रहे हो खुश
Understood.
अच्छा ये भी मैंने अभी ये 3 अच्छा तो जो पावर वाले रहेंगे
Understood.
ये वो कहाँ है भाई वो कहाँ है हाई वोल्ट वाइट ये भी दूसरी जगह मिशन में खरीदो मिशन दिखा डैमेज पता है इसमें ये दे रखा है और मैं रिमूव करता हूँ एम्बर को दे दो ना एम्बर को दे एम्बर कुछ करती तो मैं दे देता What do you think? Remember.
With the wind!
Your life is mine.
Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time.
अच्छा नया दिन लगता है मुझे नहीं पता था आज ही हम ले नहीं पाया आज तक आगे देखते हैं पता कर
Add Astra.
हाँ यार आज का रिवॉर्ड रह गया
Add Astra.
डेली रिवॉर्ड
I am sorry.
हाँ सॉरी चलो कोई नहीं कर
Add Astra.
तो बढ़िया है ऐसा मिशन तो देखो अब कैसे सीन इनिंग गई
It's nothing.
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
Windblade!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
ये तो वही है सारे उधर की यहाँ क्या कर रही है उसका मिशन भी कंप्लीट कर करना डेस्टिनी
Don't waste my time. Give up.
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है इधर ही रख दूंगा तो अभी 15 मिनट आधा नेक्स्ट क्या करना है
Disappear!
नहीं यार मेरे को अपना ठीक है
Ad Ast. Thank you for
So, are you buying or not?
Auto reconfiguration is an essential function.
That's not being honest, that's just plain stupid.
Adventure!
Hey, who's that skulking around?
A reward on the road.
Limbs are a requirement for locomotion.
So, are you...
अपने आप बढ़ेगा। अभी बढ़ाते हैं। रैक्टर तो अभी
We can't have treasure unaccounted for.
What's the hurry?
मिशन कंप्लीट हुई हाल में घंटे वाले हमारा कैरेक्टर पहला खिलाड़ी सब करके पास से नहीं सब बड़ा नहीं किया तुम क्या सारे वो न्यू रिकॉर्ड क्या होता है नहीं तो सारे वो न्यू रिकॉर्ड क्या होता है करता भी वहाँ पे वेट हाँ
For the gliding champion of Mondstadt! Get him! Let it rain!
Windblade! With the wind!
Your life is mine. It's nothing.
Oh, so sorry. Freeze!
Windblade!
ना फिर तो ये घटिया उसे मैं ट्राई मारूंगा हम हो रहा नहीं इधर एक मिनट इधर कम हो रहा है चले
Shame I only get to listen in from the other side of the window and don't get to join in the debate. I'd love to give my 2 cents.
Say what? What's up? What's up? Paimon wants in.
Recently, all the customers at the tavern have been debating the exact same topic.
The strongest fighter? Must be someone who can floor a whole gang of him. Wow. Then it really must be tough to beat Cuphead anyway. Is there like a general agreement in the city on who it is, or?
Expecting people to come to a swift and straightforward consensus in the City of Freedom is like expecting fisherman's toast to drop out of the sky. Everyone's got their own opinion, backed up by a unique set of cherry-picked information. But let's be honest, that's what makes the discussion so impassioned and entertaining. Mainstream opinion is polarized, with most people supporting one of 2 candidates. One is the Dandelion Knight. The other is the Dark Knight Hero.
Oh, Paimon votes for you. But let's go into the tavern and talk to the patrons. Maybe we'll pick up some juicy gossip.
Oh, I do envy your life of leisure. But don't mind me, of course. I guess I'll just get back to work.
क्या तो रोना सुना हो गया
Jules from Liyue, come take a look.
You've got to try Dawn Winery's Dandelion Wine.
वाह अंदर क्या लगा हुआ चलो क्या तो रोना सुना हो गया
Hey, Amik, do you want to hear my latest composition? I put my